Yeah, in 2002, God gave me to come to Nashville, however that's interpreted. One thing that wasn't discussed was I became homeless. And from that experience of homelessness, I learnt what our brothers and sisters on the street in some fashion go through. I smelled like them, I ate what they ate, I went where they went, and it went from a place of desolation to a place of community for me. And I just never forgot the lessons. I was at the mission for about 4 months, and a day felt like 3. It was a time of testing where God's word became something that you held onto with everything. You almost white-knuckled it. And you looked for him everywhere. Your desperation and your need kept you on your knees. And after about 4 months, seeking the Lord for work, and he just giving me to really focus in on the spiritual, to do a lot of work on the inside. When the time came, and I came to a place of surrender, it was when someone from Fleming's came in on community service, and they offered me a job. I started as prep cook and a cleaner, and within a few months I was given the keys to the restaurant to open it. And then a short while after that, I was given the grace to be going to different parts of the country, opening up other Fleming stores, helping doing that, and train crew. And then eventually I became sous chef, and I stayed at Fleming's for a total of 8 years. And all that experience is now being brought to the cookery to help re-identify and give that training to our brothers and sisters for free. Lambscroft has several functions within the community. We have a outreach on Wednesdays and Saturdays at Connection Point on Nolensville Road, the church there. We also participate in Holy Trinity on Sundays at the City Feeding Church in the Yard. We have a cookery project well underway, and that's largely what we're doing here today, bringing awareness and continuance of the finalization of that project. It'll be a culinary school free to the homeless, where we'll also have spiritual teachings, economics, healthcare. It'll be bringing all these efforts for the restoration of the entire being. So as you can see from the shot, we're almost there with the cookery. We've got some finalization on the codes, and we've got some furniture stuff to get, but we're all super excited because it's just around the corner from happening. And no one is more excited, I think, than the people themselves who are preparing to come in. They know about this project very well, and they're very excited to come in and get the opportunity. We found that there was a crack in the sidewalk, if you will. We have halfway houses, we have certain programs for drug and alcohol, but there are a certain percentage of the homeless that are being led through a desert experience, if you will. Whatever started it, whether it be a tragic event, a moral failure, a economic failure, or even some form of illness. These particular souls are not struggling with alcohol and drug necessarily, but they're going on this journey, and they've come to a place where they really want to deepen their spiritual walk, and there isn't a facility or a program set up for them. That's where we come in. Largely we take these guys who've shown interest in that area, and we've brought them into a program and a community of accountability and family. When you have an area of deep wounding, the greatest place to begin that healing starts with trust. So we try to create a community where they really feel like they're being cared for. And so the bravery of assaulting that wound can begin. So these houses, we take these guys in, and we just begin to pour into them. And now we've expanded to 2. So currently we have about 10 guys. We're not just giving them a place to stay, we're not just giving them a meal to eat. And we do that at Wednesdays and Saturdays at Connection Point Church. But in the discipleship houses, it's about restoration. It's about these guys go out and they work their ideas, they get involved with the community, they get involved with the churches. In fact, it has gotten so much known around the folks that we're around that there's life happening in the discipleship houses, the church is coming to them. And usually you find, or at least I found, that it's supposed to be the other way around. Well, the church is coming to them. And we're growing as a full organism. They're gleaning from the things that they're learning from these men who are desperate and have had to learn hard lessons, and seeing the life that's being flourishing amongst them. It's feeding the church. It's feeding the community in a positive light. It's an all-round good thing.